Chosen one, the truth is finally being revealed. The chains have been broken, the curtains parted. You have always felt deep down that you are not an ordinary person, haven't you? There is a truth that the world cannot see, but you have always known. You are not an ordinary soul. You are chosen. Your name is written in the deepest points of history. A truth that has been hidden for centuries, tried to be silenced, but never destroyed. There's a file in Vatican with your name on it. Yes, you heard right. Your name is written in documents that have been kept for centuries. They know who you are, your power, your legacy, your truth. But they will not make them forget you. It's time to wake up. Those who try to hold you back, those who try to exploit your energy, those who want to make you forget who you are, can no longer stand in front of the truth. Those who tried to hide your name can no longer hide. This is a sign. Now the secrets are unraveled, the veil is lifted. You are not an ordinary person. You are destiny itself. Now the time has come. Write 77 in the comments immediately. Accept the truth and be unshakable on the path you walk. There is a quiet knowing that settles deep, undisturbed, as everything around you takes form. An oasis you sculpted with deliberate care. It's not just stillness, it is peace, woven intricately with threads of wisdom and resilience. In this space, every corner reflects a choice. Each piece is deliberate, each moment sacred. The energy here is not empty or abandoned. It simply is. It is whole. The tension that once lived in your body is gone now, a distant ghost of a time long past. The weight is no longer yours to carry. This new place is built not out of reaction, but from clarity, with the knowledge that you've created it on your own terms. The weight of the past, the old narrative they imposed on you, no longer clings to you. The world you walked away from has faded, like fog lifting after a storm. The manipulations that once tethered you to them are mere echoes now, powerless to touch you. Their expectations, their demands, the games, they have no bearing on you anymore. The feeling of suffocation that once accompanied their false promises is absent. You breathe, freely, fully, as though for the first time in ages. Like a still lake, untouched by the wind, your peace remains unwavering, undisturbed by the ripples of others' chaos. They scramble, frantically seeking a response from you, hoping for a sign, a crack in your newfound serenity. They want to see you waver. They want to see the past that they knew you as come creeping back to life. But just like that lake, you stand unyielding, unwavering in your tranquility. You have found the peace that surpasses all understanding. No longer do you owe them explanations or justifications. No longer do you need to defend yourself or prove anything to them. You are free. Free from their manipulation, free from their grasp, free from their drama. They can never fully grasp the shift in you. They can't see the transformation, the growth, the elevation that has taken place within you. They're still trapped in the old story they once created around you, expecting you to play your part. But that version of you, the one they thought they knew, is long gone. You have moved beyond their petty games, their distractions, and their falsehoods. You've outgrown them, like a child shedding its old clothes for a new life. And as they scramble, still looking for ways to pull you back into their world, they only grasp at shadows, empty, meaningless things that no longer hold any weight in your life. There's nothing for them to hold on to, nothing for them to twist or manipulate, nothing for them to try to control. Your boundaries have been set, and they are sacred. You are grounded in your truth, in your own power, in the peace that comes from knowing who you truly are. You've already walked away from that old chapter, that old life, and now they are left alone with their own tangled mess. They can't undo what has already been done. They can't change the fact that you've elevated beyond their reach. The truth is, they are standing in their own chaos now, left wondering why the foundation they built on lies and manipulation is crumbling. If you feel the abundance of divine love in your heart, now is the time to share it. You can help spread God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube and contributing $20 or more. This divine gift will touch not only your life, but the souls of many through this platform. Each of you has a sacred place in God's grand design, and your generosity will be the fruit of our prayers. Act now. Share your blessings to glorify His kingdom. For you were created to do even greater things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. And what do? You keep walking forward. You keep walking in the direction that is meant for you. You keep stepping into the life that was always intended for you. You don't need to look back, because your silence speaks louder than words ever could. It's a powerful silence. It's a statement, not just to them, but to the universe. You know who you are. You know where you're going. You know the plans that have been laid out for you, and you trust in that divine guidance. Sometimes, the greatest act of strength is doing nothing. It's knowing when to let go, knowing when to walk away, knowing when to stand still and allow the universe to unfold. You don't have to engage with the noise. You don't have to fight for your peace. You don't have to explain yourself. Because when you are aligned with your truth, when you are walking in your purpose, everything else fades away. They still think they can call you back, that they can use guilt or nostalgia to reel you in, but it's too late. The ties that once bound you have been cut, and now they are only left with the mess of their own making. They are trapped in the web they spun, and no matter how hard they try, they can't escape. The lies are unraveling, the manipulation is falling apart, and the truth is shining brighter than ever before. But you stand firm in your peace, in your power, in your truth. You've been chosen for something greater, and nothing will take you off your path. When you walk in alignment with your highest self, there is no room for negativity, no room for manipulation, no room for the old stories that people tried to impose on you. Your silence is a shield, and it is more powerful than any argument, any confrontation, or any attempt to pull you back into the past. And I want you to hear me today. This is your season of peace. This is your season of victory. This is the time for you to step fully into your calling, to walk boldly in the life that has been prepared for you. No more hesitation, no more second guessing. You've already made it. You've already crossed over. The old is gone and the new has come. You are not the person they once knew. You are stronger. You are wiser. You are divinely guided, and your purpose is unfolding with every step you take. You don't have to explain it. You don't have to defend it. Just keep walking, keep moving forward, and keep trusting in the journey. You are the one holding the gates now. You are the one who decides who and what gets to enter your life. You are the one who chooses peace over chaos, truth over lies, love over fear. And the more you stand in your power, the more you stand in your peace, the more you will see the universe aligning with you. You are walking in divine alignment. You are walking in the will of your higher purpose, and no one, nothing, can take that away from you. Remember this: when you walk in your truth, when you walk in your power, you become untouchable. You become a force that cannot be shaken. No more second-guessing, no more doubting, no more wondering if you made the right choice. You've already made it, and the path ahead is wide open for you to walk in it. So keep walking, keep standing firm, keep guarding your peace. You are exactly where you need to be, and no one can take that from you. You've already won, just by walking away and stepping into the life you were always meant to live. Healing does not reside in retreating to what harmed you. It lives in the forward motion, the courage to build anew, to trust what's coming, and leave behind what's been left undone. Your foundation now rests on your own beliefs, on your trust in your own hands. What you've constructed stands solid, unshaken by the turmoil of what once tried to fracture you. With every breath, you are reminded, you are a creator, not a survivor of past battles. That world is no longer yours. This one is. And then, the world they clung to begins to crack. It is as if the very ground they stood on has eroded, bit by bit, in your absence. What they tried to control now collapses from within. They are not even aware that their world was built on a rickety scaffold. The strength they thought was their own was merely a shadow of your energy, held up by your silent sacrifice. But now, without you, there's nothing to hold it in place. It tumbles, falters, and splinters. Their schemes, their lies, they are exposed, falling apart piece by piece, and they are powerless to stop it. Their frantic calls, their meetings full of strained smiles, they all scream desperation, but their voices are hollow. The cracks are too large to ignore now. The systems they thought were stable have proven to be nothing more than illusions, paper thin. Their attempts to control the narrative fall flat. The truth that they buried so deeply begins to surface, unraveling everything they tried to hide. The people they manipulated now watch as their empire crumbles, seeing them for what they truly are. The weight of their deceit is now too much to bear. There's no satisfaction in watching their world fall apart. It was never about vengeance. It was never about proving them wrong. It was simply about choosing to walk away, to make space for something different, something better. You didn't fight them, you simply refused to stay. And in your absence, the lies they built their world on have no support. The walls are collapsing without you having to lift a finger. They thought you needed them. They were wrong. Your life is a testament to the truth of this. It didn't happen by chance. It wasn't luck. It was clarity, an understanding that you needed only to be aligned with your own truth to create a reality that reflects that truth. The opportunities that arise now are not because of a battle you fought, but because you stopped fighting. You trusted the process, and now the world you dreamed of is unfolding in front of you effortlessly. The doors that once remained closed are now wide open, inviting you in, not because you begged for entry, but because your presence now commands it. And here you sit, quietly, watching the pieces of your life fall into place. With each passing moment, the truth becomes clearer. You never needed them, never needed to prove anything. What you sought was never in their hands. What you sought was always within you. And now, standing in the truth of who you are, you realize that everything that is unfolding, this is the life you were always meant to live. The shift, the growth, the stillness, it's all yours. You walked away, and that was all it ever took. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's peace be upon you today. I am here to remind you of a profound truth. Our existence is grounded in God's divine plan, unshaken by the temporal concerns of the world. As the Bible says, whatever is done in faith will return to God in abundant blessing. Luke 6:38. Like that great oak tree, our roots are deeply rooted in God's universal truth. Every step we take, Every stand we take is secured by His strength. And now, you are being offered the opportunity to be part of that blessing. When you use the Super Thank You button and donate $100, this movement will return to you 100-fold in abundance. They thought they had secured victory, that by shutting you out, rewriting your story, and hindering your every move, they could break you. They believed that by locking you into their grip, they would maintain their power forever. But what they failed to comprehend, what was beyond their reach, is that truth operates on its own timeline. And now, it has arrived. The ones who plotted your downfall are now caught in the web they so carefully wove. No longer can they hide behind their false narratives. The system they used to manipulate you now turns its back on them, exposing their lies and deceit. Their empire, built on fragile foundations, now crumbles beneath their feet. Notifications ping your phone, contacts from the past, names you haven't seen in years, from people who once stood by or turned away when it mattered most. The messages carry the weight of regret. Phrases like, "I see it now," and "I was blind to the truth before." But there's no need for you to validate their late realizations. You knew the truth long before they did. You lived it. You fought it while they stayed silent. And now, in the aftermath of their own neglect, they reach out to you, looking for salvation. But you've already moved on. You are no longer their rescue. The investigations begin to peel away the layers of the world they once controlled with ease. Audits, legal inquiries, accountability, all the cracks that were once hidden are now exposed. Some scramble to distance themselves, trying to flee from the consequences, but there's nowhere to hide. Not this time. You don't revel in their fall. You don't need to. While they were consumed with maintaining their grip on you, you were quietly nurturing something far greater. They tried to bury you, but instead, they ensured your growth was inevitable. Now you stand firm, untouched, far beyond the grasp of their reach. They played their hand, and they lost. Your mornings have changed. There's no tension waiting for you to wake up, no creeping sense of dread settling in before your feet even touch the floor. The invisible weight that once threatened to crush you is no longer there. You don't brace yourself for the day ahead. You greet it with calm. There was a time when mornings felt like a series of calculated moves, each action weighed down by the fear of a misstep. The energy around you used to feel thick, stifling, as if you were walking through a fog of unspoken expectations and constant pressure. But that world is gone. Now, ideas come to you like a flowing river, effortlessly. You no longer have to fight for your creativity. It comes naturally, without struggle. Your mind is no longer tangled in worry, no longer weighed down by the demands of others. You breathe deeply, with a clarity that was once foreign to you. The old, stagnant energy that once kept you rooted in confusion is gone. The exhaustion, the never-ending cycles of people-pleasing, the pressure to hold everything together for others who never gave back, it's all vanished. Your vibration has shifted, and everything around you is aligning with it. Conversations feel lighter. Opportunities appear with ease. The right people, the right moments, the right decisions, they all come to you, as if the universe itself has recognized where you belong. Looking back at who you were in that old world, you see someone who doubted their every move, someone who shrank themselves to meet others' expectations, someone who confused obligation with love. If only they could see you now, unbreakable, unshaken, walking in the full strength of who you truly are. You are no longer bound by their limitations, no longer waiting for permission, no longer carrying burdens that were never meant for you. You walk freely in the energy you were always meant to hold. And now, at last, you can breathe with ease. The games they once played don't work on you anymore. You see through them, clear and unyielding. Their attempts at manipulation are nothing but transparent, desperate moves to control you. The guilt trips, the gaslighting, the subtle coercion, it all hits a wall the moment it reaches you, because you simply refuse to play. There's no more rationalizing, no more trying to soften the truth to make others comfortable. When someone crosses a line, your response is simple and firm. You no longer need to explain. Your boundaries are clear, and they are final. Their shock, their hesitation, it's a reflection of a version of you they thought they could still bend, but that version of you is gone. The world you've created is built on your terms, grounded in your own convictions. It doesn't entertain chaos or allow disruption. The serenity you now live in, it's not just a state of being, it is a treasure, something you protect fiercely with a power they never anticipated. Setting boundaries no longer feels like a necessity, it feels like a declaration. And now, you are the one setting the rules. Unexpectedly, the messages start coming. A name that once held meaning, a number you thought had vanished from your life. The words are crafted carefully, dipped in nostalgia, and just the right amount of false warmth to draw you in. But only briefly. You see it for what it is instantly. The same manipulative game, just wrapped in a new tone. The ones who once tried to drag you into their shadows are now pretending it was never that bad. They reach out with pleas, masked as invitations, coated with lies. I've been thinking about you. Let's reconnect. You don't fall for it. There is no anger, no resentment, just quiet certainty. The past is exactly where it belongs, distant and unimportant. They still believe they can pull you back in, that the old strings can still tug at your heart, that the version of you they once knew still lingers beneath the surface. They are mistaken. You don't need to reply. You archive their message just as you've archived that part of your history, without emotion, without any need to engage. They seek a reaction, a sign, anything that would indicate they still have a place in your life. But your silence speaks volumes. They reach out, but their efforts are fruitless, like a bird that can't find its way out of a storm. You recognize their attempts for what they are, empty traps, desperate efforts to pull you back into a world you've already escaped. You keep moving forward, unaffected. The signs are there now, subtle but undeniable, woven into your daily rhythm, like the notes of a quiet melody, guiding you without a sound. Opportunities present themselves in the most unexpected ways, things you never pursued, coming to you effortlessly. Conversations evolve into paths you once thought unreachable. The doors you've been waiting for open, and now you walk through them with certainty. No second thoughts, no questioning if you deserve it. You know you do, and the universe makes that crystal clear. This isn't luck, this is alignment. The risks you took, walking away, embracing the unknown, have led to this reality. Every moment of uncertainty, every sleepless night, every tough decision was the fuel for your growth. Now you can feel the ease of this new life as everything aligns in your favor. Then an old journal falls from a forgotten shelf. You open it, and there it is. The past version of you, filled with questions, doubts, and uncertainty. Am I making a mistake? You close the journal, exhaling. That fear no longer resides within you. The uncertainty that once held you captive has no place here. You made the right choices, and the proof is in the clarity of your present. You wake up lighter now, you move with ease. Life flows, rather than fights against you. The universe has affirmed your decisions, and in doing so, you realize you were right all along. No longer do you shrink, dimming your light for the comfort of others. There was a time when you held back your truth, hesitating because you feared judgment. That person is gone. You now walk unapologetically, unshaken, fully visible. The people around you now, they are not like the ones before. No more toxic energy, no more veiled saboteurs pretending to support you, no more forcing connections that were only meant to teach you lessons. You are now surrounded by those who understand you without needing to be told. They celebrate your successes without envy. They challenge you in ways that empower you, not ways that make you question your worth. Your true soul tribe has arrived, not because you sought them, but because you allowed yourself to rise, to shed everything that once held you back. As you stand firmly in your truth, the right people naturally gravitate toward you. Your intuition has sharpened, no longer dulled by the need to guard yourself against hidden motives. Your energy flows freely now, no longer tied up in webs of manipulation or forced loyalty. When you look at your reflection, you see the most authentic version of yourself, a person unafraid to take up space, unafraid to be seen. You once heard the phrase, "Your vibe attracts your tribe." Now you see it in your life every day. You don't search for validation anymore. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. The right people and opportunities just show up because your energy is aligned with who you truly are. The ones who once sought to suppress you, they are watching as their own empire crumbles. Their carefully crafted illusions are collapsing under the weight of their own deceit. You didn't need to warn them. You simply walked away. And that was enough. Now is the time to share God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube. You can contribute to His plan and be a part of this divine mission with a donation of $100 or more. Every gift reflects God's generosity, and I believe it will return to you exponentially, far beyond your expectations. Remember, His protection and blessing is on your every step and every donation. You become part of His divine plan. You are a strong, radiant being, unshakable as His mighty rock. Witness God's miracles. Feel the fruits of your generosity in your soul and illuminate the world with confidence and courage. Be blessed and let the light of the Lord guide your path. Their desperation is growing. The web of lies they built, the system they used to control everyone, is falling apart. The same tactics they used on you no longer have power. The people they manipulated are no longer willing to play along. Their empire, built on secrecy and power, now has nothing to hold it up. You don't feel any joy in their downfall. You don't need to. It's not about revenge. It's not about proving them wrong. It's about recognizing that the universe has always been in motion, and you were right all along. You were simply never meant to be a part of their world. And now, moving forward with each step, one truth becomes undeniable. They were never your burden to bear. They were never yours to fix. They were never the ones who defined your worth. Now they are no longer your concern. This is who you were always meant to be. Free, whole, untethered by the expectations of others. No more shrinking. No more questioning. No more looking for validation from those who never saw your value. You have stepped fully into your power, and it is yours to keep. You wake up in it, live in it, and breathe in it. They used to call you unrealistic, too bold, too much. And now, look at you, living a reality they swore would never exist. Not because you fought for it, but because you trusted yourself enough to step away from what was keeping you small. Your success doesn't need to be chased. It moves with you, responding to the energy you now embody. Like the phoenix, you have risen, not as the person they once knew, but as someone they don't even recognize anymore. Stronger, wiser, untouchable. And you're just getting started. The person you used to be, the one who doubted, who explained herself, who tried to fit into a mold that wasn't hers, that person is gone. The past didn't survive the transformation. It burned away with every step you took toward becoming the person you are now. You don't need revenge. You don't need validation. You don't need to look back. You won, not through fighting, but by letting go, by becoming untouchable in ways they never saw coming. The same people who tried to hold you back are now watching from afar, powerless to stop their own unraveling. Their words no longer have power. Their opinions no longer matter. And you are living the life you were always meant to live, a life they could never take from you.